Have you come across the term vibe coding?
Yo, everything's vibe these days. What
Yo,
is this?
so
Is it just like nothing?
vibe coding is, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or whatever, but vibe coding, from what I understand, is people who are now starting to code using purely LLMs. So they're just spinning up Chat GPT, Bolt.new, Lovable, Cursor, you name it, and they're just saying, obviously more complex prompts than what I'm about to say, but they're just saying create me an HubSpot lookalike or a HubSpot alternative, and these tools are then now creating a HubSpot alternative like a CRM, a customer relationship management tool with emailing capabilities, et cetera, et cetera. But what's happening is in the code, because people who don't know about coding, they're actually creating vulnerabilities within their code. So people are shipping code to production, shipping these softwares to production, and in their softwares, they're leaving open their APIs to Superbase, which is like a server platform, or Versal, which again is also like a hosting platform. And so people are just bombarding them with DDoS attacks or hacking into their servers and stuff like that. So vibe coding is the new wave for people who are not software engineers or coders or developers, but they are creating software using LLMs, using tools like Cursor. And so now the whole thing is vibe marketing.
What is that?
So vibe marketing is, again, creating AI agents or using AI tools to create full on marketing campaigns or full on marketing tech stacks. So going from this thing is going to scrape the internet for you to collect leads, then it's going to create emails based on the leads. It's going to look at who responded, or who clicked onto your campaigns or whatever. And it's going to continue the conversation on with them.
Yo, I'm convinced without even seeing these that these are garbage. I'm convinced they're garbage. It's
Some
gonna take a lot for me to feel that any other way because, like, have you ever tried to put in like a prompt that just says like, yeah, talk to this person about X, Y, and Z? Think of how many times you have to manipulate that for it to end up spitting out something good.
So the thing is, these are not just Chat GPT type LLMs. These are specifically geared for marketing. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with Make.com or Zapier,
Yeah.
but you see how when you can create flows that say, okay, if this person talks about XYZ in this email, then send them into this next flow. If this person talks about this or doesn't reply, send them into this next flow. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
more
it's
complex
like
than how I'm explaining it,
yeah.
but it's the next wave of marketing now.
It's
Is
like if ManyChat and ChatGPT had a baby.
it's
You know,
like
many.
if it's like if ManyChat, Active Campaign, Salesforce, Chat GPT, and let's throw in Cursor or Make.com, like an automation platform, all came together. But the thing is, it's not just one platform, it's a connection of multiple platforms. So that's the whole idea, is making these connections using AI agents to connect these multiple platforms so that you can do the full funnel marketing without having to hire a whole marketing team or a whole marketing agency.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot. Well, I do feel like there's been a big push for these all-in-one platforms. You know, like back in the day when we were first getting into digital marketing and whatnot. I remember that you know there was a time when it was like Facebook ads was like the big thing, and
Mhm.
then sending people to landing pages, it was tough. You had to be like a real web developer to do it. And then Russell Brunson came out with the whole ClickFunnels thing, and ClickFunnels like took over. And then there was a lot of competitors for ClickFunnels
Yep.
that tried to be landing page builder, and it will manage your ads, and it would help you with email, and it was a membership community, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was a bunch
Mhm.
of these things. And I think there's another wave of that. And it's these marketing platforms kind of like Go High Level
Yeah.
and Vendasta, I think is the other one.
HubSpot.
But yeah, and it's like they're pitching it as all the things that we spoke about on this, where it's like you can do cold outreach if you upload a list, or some of them will even help you scrape the internet to find the emails and the phone numbers. Then you put them into a flow where it's an email sequence where it's going to use the merge fields, and it's going to say, based on what industry they're in, hey, I see that you're in, you know, you have a bakery. Well, we help bakeries increase their foot traffic by X%. Are you interested in a call? And then they also have built into these same platforms, they have the chat bots like we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier. You said like most companies aren't going to have chat bots, or they're not going to be fully integrating AI. But I do think that some dumbed down version of these is going to be like used by a lot of people because it's accessible and it's cheap. And even if it's not the best, like through Vendasta and I believe through Go High Level,
Yeah.
you can, any business can spin up a chatbot and train it on their website and train it on whatever support documents that they have, and create like a 24/7 support agent that people can access through the browser and chat to, and sometimes even call and speak to over the phone.
Yeah. I think it's a no-brainer for most businesses to do. My only issue is that I find that most businesses don't even have the basic tools or the
Yeah.
basic knowledge and documentation to do it. And that's where you gotta holler at some experts and get them to set it up for you and get them to use it. Because in today's day and age, if you're not 24/7 available, one of your competitors are, and they're gonna
Mm.
get the business. So
Hmm.
at the end of the day, as a marketer, like it's your job to know like how to get in front of your customer wherever they need to be. So whether that's going to be through a chat, through email, through ads, through phone calls, through an AI voice agent, like whatever it's going to be, you got to learn how to use those things. And I think I'm going to use the term vibe marketing or vibe marketer or whatever it is, but I do think that as a marketer in today's day and age, you have to be able to start leveraging AI if you want to stay ahead of the game. And to your point, with the platforms that are doing everything, I think what we're also going to start seeing is platforms that are specific to industries. So where HubSpot and Go High Level or the Salesforce of the worlds are marketing to everybody, I think you're going to have the Go High Level for landscapers, the HubSpot for drywallers or whatever. You're going to have the one tool that's great for athletes who are looking to start
Hmm.
a coaching business. And I think and what you're going to find is people are building those like with 2-man teams, 3-man teams. And it's like a marketer and a guy who's like really close in the business, or a coder and a guy who's really close into the business, and they're using AI and they're building out full automated systems where you just sign up and with a couple clicks of the button, uploading some of your content, boom, you've got a whole business running right from one platform.
So okay, let's do this then. If you were let's say like you're a local service business, let's say you do landscaping, okay? What's the main things that you say, you're fresh off the, you just jumped off of some working for somebody else for a number of years, and you're starting your own business, like what's your strategy going to market and trying to find leads, follow up on the leads, and what are the tools that you're probably using out the gate, knowing you're going to be small and mighty team, probably you and like one or two other people max.
Mm-hmm.
But where, because you said they don't usually don't have the bare basics down and they want to do all this other stuff, where do you start?
Do you have a website?
Okay, maybe that's where you start out the website. That's the,
You got to get a
do you feel
website.
like you need to have a website in this day and age, or do you think there's people who are successful without a website, or is that, it depends on your industry?
I think it depends on your industry, but those things are going to start changing very soon, because I think the older generation, they didn't care about a website. Now they do, actually, because they want to see proof of your work, because people out there scamming. So they want to see proof of your work. They want to see that you're a real person, and that you're not a bot. So I think a website is important. I think there's two steps. If you're just starting, you're reaching out to your warm market like any other business person would do. You're reaching out to your warm market and saying, hey, I'm doing landscaping. I can cut your grass. I can lay down a deck. whatever it is that landscapers are services that you're offering, that's the first thing that you're going to do is obviously reach out to your warm market. Then after that, once you've tapped out your warm market and you've created a process for easy referrals, and you're also getting Google reviews, claim that Google business profile, claim that Apple Maps profile, claim that Bing profile, any type of profiles that you can claim online to just get more directory traffic, claim all of those, Yelp, whatever it might be in your country, claim all of those. Then create a website, because a website is going to be your portfolio. It's going to be your lead capturing tool. And it's going to be an easy way for people to find you who are looking for your services. Because no one's going to find you if they search up landscaper near me and you have no website. Because they might look at the Google reviews. And if you have a ton of Google reviews, that's great. And you got a phone number there, they might be like, yeah, I'll trust you. I'll give this person a call. But most cases, giving you a perfect example, I had some mold in my house, want to get rid of mold. First thing I searched up is how to remove mold. Realize that it might be a little bit harder than I thought. So the next thing is mold removal near me. A couple of links showed up. Guess what? I clicked on the first ad that I saw, filled out their form, backed out, clicked on the second ad I saw, filled out their form, backed out again, clicked on the third ad I saw, filled out their form. The person who reached out to me within 30 minutes got the job. They're like, hey, we'll be there tomorrow. I said, yo, I got kids. I need somebody to come in tomorrow. We'll be there tomorrow. Somebody started reaching out to me 4 days, like 2-3 days, 4 days later. The job's already done. So if you're a landscaper, you got to think about those things. People are searching for a landscaper near me, whatever services that they're looking for, and they're clicking on the first ad, the second ad, the third ad, maybe the first number one ranked SEO page. They're filling out all those forms, and whoever reaches out first gives great information, gives out a quote as soon as possible. That's the person that's going to most likely win the job. They're not going to wait to receive all 4 quotes and then, compare and contrast unless it's a bigger project. Most people are looking for speed and convenience. So I would say get a website, some sort of email, automated email or text message service. So you can text them saying, hey, we've got your lead. Somebody will reach out to you in, 30 minutes or less, an hour or less, within 24 hours is like the most you should do. And then after that, get a quote to them ASAP. Once you get those things going, you're in a good place. Then you can start building out your systems after that.
Yeah. So speed to lead is what you got to optimize for. Discoverability, being able to be found, and then speed to lead. When somebody reaches out, how quickly can you follow up? Because you might be able to punch above your weight class by being more nimble. If there's other people who are bigger than you, if you're just faster, you can capture more opportunities. Yeah, that's smart. And I mean, that's true. Cause actually when there was a heavy snowfall and it blocked one of the vents, the exhaust from my furnace on my house, and I had to ended up messing up the furnace. So somebody had to come, and because it was like negative 15 degrees, I wasn't trying to wait. So I had to call down a bunch of people, and then whoever was the person who came first was the one who was going to get the business. So no, you're right. Speed to lead, gotta optimize for that. And your website also needs to be able to be found organically. And it never hurts to just
pay to be number one. Perfect example. One of our clients is a drywaller. Came to me to run his Google ads. Bro's been crushing it for the last 4 months. Crushing it, getting more leads than he can fulfill. Sometimes he's telling me turn down the ads because he can't fulfill all of the requests. So now he's talking about hiring more people. He's scaling his business. And before he was just doing all word of mouth, all referrals until the referrals started drying down. But you don't want to wait for the referrals to dry down to then start filling your pipeline with leads. You want your pipeline to constantly be full so that when you're ready to like, okay, I can't do all of this by myself. I'm ready to hire somebody else. You have work ready for them because it does take some time. And one of the main things that he does is getting those referrals, making sure that those referrals are getting reviews, making sure those reviews are going on Google Business, the Google Business profile, because now his conversion rates are going crazy. Industry average is like I'm not even gonna put it out there. Industry averages are like 3 to 5%, but my boy's doing really, really well for himself because he's hired an expert who knows what they're
Mhm.
doing with their Google ads. And also he's killing it with his process to make sure that he's appearing number one when people search for his industry.
Yeah, and when you pop up, if people don't know you from anybody else, the number one thing is going to be how many reviews do you have? Are they 5-star reviews? And then if they click, when they get through the other side of the click, is everything still match up to what that listing said? Like, does it look like I clicked through and got to what I expected?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm gonna fill this out and you can potentially have my business. But you gotta first show up. Then I mean, that's why reputation management is so big. Like having credible reviews goes a very long way, even for big businesses, like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're um, two people or if you're 200 people or if you're a franchise, like whatever location you're responsible for, you should absolutely be having people leave reviews. Like you should actively be pursuing that. I don't care if you already have 100 reviews. 100
It's
isn't
not
even
a
that
lot
many.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
These
especially because
processes are
there's
automated now.
exactly, and there's whole companies devoted to just providing reputation management, going on, making sure you're getting your follow-up sequence is automated so you can get the reviews. If you have a review, we're replying to the review within a short period of time because listings like Google prioritize the companies that are responsive to the feedback they get for their customers. So it will show you, if you look at the reviews, it will show you how long it typically takes a company to reply to a review, especially if you get a bad one. Imagine you get a bad review and you don't reply to it. Then it's like, these people actually don't care about the reputation. Whereas every bad review you get is actually an opportunity for you to judo flip somebody into being an ambassador by giving
Yep.
them a better customer service experience and actually like hearing them out and taking care of that. So I think that, yeah, you're right. Like get the website, get seen, have some kind of follow up. And then after you're following up on the initial, make sure that after you delivered the service, you're following up and getting those reviews. That sounds like a winning formula.
Yeah. As a local business, those three things will have you winning. You'll be crushing your competition because most of your competitors don't have a mobile friendly website. Most of your competitors don't are not getting reviews. They're not getting reviews and they didn't automate the process so they can get reviews very easily. And a lot of them are not running ads. So they're hoping that they're going to land on the first page with SEO. And guess what? You're going to crush them by just using simple paid ads.
Cool. So till next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.